You've been told for years to eat your vegetables. But what if the wrong ones are quietly sabotaging your heart? Are you over 60 and doing everything right, but still feeling fatigued, dizzy, or at risk? The reason might be hiding in your fridge. Even superfoods can become silent saboteurs when mixed with heart medications. Don't wait until it's too late to find out which ones. If you're over 60, every bite you take, every healthy habit you follow, and every green veggie you toss into your shopping cart could be silently steering your heart in the wrong direction. That may sound dramatic, but as a cardiologist who's spent decades working with seniors, I've seen this exact mistake play out far too often. Many older adults walk into my clinic proud of their health choices. They're cutting back on sugar, avoiding fried food, eating leafy greens, even juicing at home. It all sounds right. But then comes the surprise. Something isn't working. Their medications aren't as effective, their blood pressure won't stabilize, or worse, they suffer a health scare despite doing everything right. Here's the missing piece. Some vegetables, when consumed in the wrong amounts or combined with medications, can quietly disrupt your cardiovascular system. Certain veggies spike your blood pressure, others interact with life-saving drugs, and some even harbor bacteria your aging immune system may no longer be able to fight off. And the hardest part? Most seniors have no idea it's happening. These foods are marketed as healthy, and they are, for many people. But not always for someone over 60 with specific heart conditions or prescriptions. So today, I'm urging every senior watching this video to rethink 5 popular vegetables that may be doing more harm than good in your golden years. I'll walk you through each one. I'll explain exactly why it could be risky, how it interferes with your medications, and most importantly, how you can still enjoy it safely or replace it with something better. The good news? These risks are completely avoidable. You just need the right information. I promise this isn't about fear. It's about awareness and how the smallest tweaks to your diet can make the biggest difference in your heart's long-term strength. So stick with me. Because the very first vegetable on this list, it might already be in your fridge. In fact, it might be in your next salad. But first, a quick housekeeping note. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and click that red button now. And don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you never miss another life-saving tip from Senior Health Boost. If you're enjoying this topic, drop a 1 in the comments below. Your feedback helps me keep bringing you more relevant health advice made specifically for people like you. Let's begin. Spinach. When heart medication becomes powerless, spinach, the leafy green we've been told since childhood, is one of nature's ultimate superfoods. And for many, it is. But if you're over 60 and taking heart medications, particularly blood thinners like warfarin, spinach could be silently undermining your recovery. Here's why. Spinach is rich in vitamin K, a nutrient essential for healthy blood clotting. But that's also the problem. Warfarin and other anticoagulants work by thinning the blood, essentially preventing dangerous clots that could trigger a heart attack or stroke. When you consume too much vitamin K from foods like spinach, you're directly interfering with that medication. You might be unknowingly thickening your blood again, undoing the protection warfarin provides, and most seniors never see it coming. You feel fine. You're proud of your healthy meals. Maybe you even started adding spinach smoothies or large salads into your routine. But all the while, your medication's power is being slowly canceled out without any obvious symptoms until it's too late. I've treated patients who suffered mini strokes or blood clots after dramatically increasing their spinach intake, believing they were eating healthy. It wasn't the spinach alone that caused the damage. It was the inconsistency, the lack of communication with their doctor, and the assumption that healthy means safe for everyone. Let me be clear. Spinach isn't the villain, but inconsistency is. If you're going to eat spinach and you're on blood thinners, you must be consistent. Whether you eat it twice a week or every day, keep the amount steady and always inform your doctor before changing anything in your diet. Your care team can adjust your medication based on your actual vitamin K intake. What you eat can either boost your medication's success or silently sabotage it. And spinach is just the beginning, because of this leafy green, widely seen as one of the healthiest foods on the planet, can quietly overpower a prescription drug. What other vegetables might be hiding similar risks? What other harmless ingredients could be affecting your blood pressure, liver, or circulation? Get ready for the next one. It's something you've probably eaten this week. You'll find it in lunchboxes, picnic coolers, and sandwich wraps. But it often comes loaded with hidden sodium, sometimes more than an entire bag of potato chips. Still, with me? Great. Please drop a 1 in the comments if you've learned something useful already. And now let's take a closer look at the next food on the list. Now that we've uncovered the hidden dangers of spinach, especially for seniors on heart medications, let's move on to the second unexpected culprit, one that might be sitting quietly next to your sandwich right now. 2. Pickled cucumbers. The salty trap. That's tightening around your heart. Pickled cucumbers, or pickles as most of us call them, are tangy, crunchy, and strangely comforting. They're the nostalgic sidekick to sandwiches and burgers, the perfect little zing in your potato salad, or even a snack right out of the jar. But beneath that briny snap is something far less harmless, especially for anyone over 60 with high blood pressure or a history of heart problems. It's salt. And not just a pinch of it. Pickles are soaked in a concentrated salt bath, often loaded with over 1,000 milligrams of sodium per serving. That's nearly 2/3 of the entire daily recommended sodium intake for older adults, packed into just a few slices. And yet, most seniors don't think twice about reaching for them. Now here's the part that really matters. Sodium is not just about taste. It's a chemical that causes your body to retain water, which raises the volume of blood your heart has to pump. That additional pressure wears down arteries, stiffens vessel walls, and forces your heart to work harder, day in and day out. Time? This leads to hypertension, increased risk of stroke, arterial damage, and in many cases, heart failure. I've had patients who did everything right, cut out fast food, exercised daily, even stopped drinking alcohol, yet their blood pressure stayed high. When we dug deeper, the culprit was surprisingly simple: a small plate of pickles they'd been eating almost every day, unaware it was working against all their other good habits. Here's what makes this even more dangerous. Salt doesn't cause warning signs in the beginning. You don't feel it. There's no discomfort or fatigue. It's silent until one day it's a stroke, a spike in blood pressure, or the frightening diagnosis of congestive heart failure. And for seniors, the body processes sodium differently than it did in your 30s or 40s. Kidneys are less efficient at removing excess salt, and blood vessels become more sensitive. What used to be a minor indulgence becomes a major risk. It's not just pickles either. Canned vegetables, salad dressings, healthy soups, frozen meals, and sauces often hide massive amounts of sodium. That's why it's so important to read labels, prepare meals at home, and season food with herbs, citrus, and spices instead of the salt shaker. But salt isn't the only villain in disguise. There's another fiery ingredient in the kitchen, a favorite in many cultures, that's been stirring up hidden danger in the bloodstream. 3. Red chili peppers. The fiery ingredient that's fueling your heart's downfall. Let's talk about spice. For many of us, spice is more than a flavor. It's a tradition, a memory of family meals, cultural dishes passed down from generation to generation. And at the heart of that heat, the bright red chili pepper. It wakes up your taste buds. It brings life to bland dishes, and for some it feels like a small rebellion, something to keep things exciting. But for seniors over 60, that excitement can turn into something far more serious. You see, chili peppers don't just warm your mouth. They stimulate your nervous system, causing a release of adrenaline, which in turn raises your heart rate and increases blood pressure. If you're in your 20s or 30s, your body can usually handle that rush without issue. But for older adults, especially those with rigid arteries, arrhythmias, or a weakened heart, that burst of stimulation can tip the balance in a dangerous direction. I've personally treated patients who came in with heart palpitations, irregular rhythms, or even chest pain, only to find that it followed a spicy meal the night before. They'd been eating clean in every other way, but one seemingly innocent dinner packed with chili peppers had pushed their cardiovascular system past its limit. And here's where the real danger lies. Red chili peppers don't just cause a short-term reaction. Repeated exposure can contribute to chronic inflammation in the blood vessels, gradually wearing down the inner linings, the very pathways your heart relies on for healthy blood flow. The irony? Many people think spice is healthy, and in some ways it can be. Capsaicin, the compound that gives peppers their heat, has been linked to metabolism and pain relief. But in seniors with pre-existing heart conditions, that same CEO. Try ginger, which adds warmth without overstimulation. Use garlic to enhance savory depth. Sprinkle on paprika for smoky flavor without the fire. Add lemon juice or balsamic vinegar to brighten a dish naturally. These alternatives don't stress your cardiovascular system, and many actually support it. Food should bring joy, but it should also bring health. And at this stage of life, every bite you take carries more weight than ever before. It's not just about avoiding salt or spice. It's about honoring your heart by choosing ingredients that keep it strong. Still with me? I'm grateful. It means you're not just passively watching. You care. You're taking ownership of your health. So if this content has helped you, even in a small way, please leave a comment below with the number 2. I read every comment, and your voice helps guide the content we create at Senior Health Boost. Now, if pickles can raise your blood pressure and peppers can inflame your arteries, what other vegetables might be hiding in your kitchen, masquerading as healthy while quietly working against you? You might be surprised by the next one. It's a common staple in stir-fries and veggie platters, often praised for its crunch. But in reality, it's been linked to spikes in sodium, gut discomfort, and increased heart risk in older adults. Let's talk about it in the next section. The foods you crave might bring back memories, but at what cost to your heart? We just talked about spicy red chili peppers and how they can silently overwork your heart. But what if the next threat is something you've always believed to be healing? What if a natural remedy, trusted by generations, could become dangerous after 60? That brings us to the fourth hidden risk many seniors don't see coming: raw garlic. When nature's medicine turns against your heart, garlic has been a trusted ally in the natural health world for centuries. You've probably heard it praised for lowering cholesterol, thinning the blood, and protecting against cardiovascular disease. It's often called a natural heart helper, and in many ways, that reputation is well earned. But here's what: most people never hear raw garlic, when misused or consumed excessively, can silently turn from friend to foe. Many older adults, eager to stay off prescriptions, begin consuming raw garlic daily, sometimes even swallowing whole cloves like supplements. They believe they're doing something powerful, natural, and healing, and they are. But what they might not realize is that raw garlic is also a potent blood thinner. When combined with prescription blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin, which many seniors already take after heart surgery, atrial fibrillation, or stroke, it can dangerously amplify the medication's effects. I've treated patients who came in with persistent nosebleeds, alarming bruises, or black tarry stools, all symptoms of internal bleeding. Many were shocked. But I thought garlic was good for me, they'd say. It is, in moderation, and only when used safely. That's not where the story ends. Raw garlic, especially in large amounts, can cause your blood pressure to drop suddenly. If you're already on medication for high blood pressure, this combination can lead to dizziness, fainting, and dangerously low blood flow to the heart and brain. One moment you feel fine, the next you're lightheaded, your hands are cold, and your heart is struggling to catch up. It's a cruel irony, trying to do something healthy only to have it backfire. The real problem here isn't garlic. It's the assumption that if something is natural, it must be harmless. But your body changes after 60. Your metabolism slows down. Your medication needs shift. And the way your system processes even simple foods becomes more delicate. So, what's the right way to enjoy garlic if you're over 60? Use it cooked, in soups, stir-fries, or gently roasted. Cooking reduces the intensity of its blood-thinning compounds, making it safer. And before you start treating garlic like a daily prescription, talk to your doctor, especially if you're on blood thinners, have low blood pressure, or have experienced bleeding issues in the past. And now, if raw garlic, something traditionally seen as healing, can carry risks, imagine the danger hidden in a vegetable even more innocent. Something green, crunchy, light, and praised in health magazines. But under the surface, it could be carrying a hidden enemy your eyes can't see. Let's move on to one more surprise you'll want to pay close attention to. Raw sprouts. The innocent crunch that could break a senior's heart. They look so harmless, so fresh, so vibrant. Sprouts, like alfalfa, mung bean, or clover, are often celebrated as the epitome of clean eating. Their light, crisp texture makes them a favorite topping for salads, sandwiches, or health bowls. And they're loaded with enzymes, plant protein, and antioxidants. What could go wrong? A lot. Here's what you might not know. Raw sprouts grow in warm, moist environments, which are also the perfect breeding grounds for dangerous bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria. If you're in your 30s or 40s, a contaminated sprout might just give you a stomachache or a day or two of discomfort. But if you're over 60, the consequences can be far more severe. Why? Because as we age, our immune systems weaken. Our gut becomes more sensitive. Our ability to fight off infection slows down. So while your younger neighbor might bounce back from a bad batch of sprouts, you could wind up in the ER with dehydration, sepsis, or even a serious infection in the lining of your heart, a condition called endocarditis. I once treated a senior patient, a healthy 72-year-old man, who had switched to a raw food diet to manage his blood pressure. He was doing everything right, staying active, eating clean, avoiding red meat. But what he didn't know was that the handful of raw sprouts he added to his lunch every day were contaminated. Within a week, he developed a fever, weakness, and shortness of breath. He ended up hospitalized with bacterial endocarditis, a life-threatening infection. He recovered, but barely. And the saddest part? It was all preventable. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. You don't need to swear off sprouts forever, but if you're over 60 or have a heart condition, never eat them raw. Lightly steaming or sautéing them can help kill bacteria while preserving many of their nutrients. And when you're buying sprouts, choose those that are refrigerated, well-labeled, and certified safe from contamination. Better yet, grow your own at home in a clean environment, so you know exactly what's in your food. Your heart has worked hard for you all these years. It deserves protection, even from the things that look the most harmless. Now that we've uncovered 5 everyday vegetables that can quietly sabotage your heart health, what should you do instead? You don't have to throw away all your favorite foods or start eating like a monk, but you do need to eat smarter. You need to know what to avoid, what to substitute, and how to prep your meals in a way that supports, not sabotages, your medication, your arteries, and your energy. In the next section, we're going to explore heart-friendly alternatives, foods that support your circulation, balance your blood pressure, and give your heart exactly what it needs, naturally. So if you're serious about protecting your heart without giving up flavor, you won't want to miss what's next. Stay with Me, because your next bite could either heal or harm. Let's make sure it heals. Your heart can't heal when it's fighting a hidden enemy. That's the painful truth about infections caused by raw sprouts. They're stealthy, they're silent. And by the time symptoms show up, fatigue, fever, nausea, or chest tightness, it's often too late for your body to respond gently. The immune system that once bounced back quickly now reacts slower, and the heart, already working overtime, can't afford another burden. The saddest part? These sprouts often end up on a plate with the best intentions. A salad meant to nourish, a sandwich topped with freshness. But they grow in conditions perfect for bacteria, damp, dark, and warm. And unless they're properly cooked, they can turn your healthy meal into a dangerous gamble. So what's the solution? You don't have to fear your food, but you do need to be aware. A quick sauté, steam, or even a light roast can make all the difference, preserving flavor while eliminating bacteria. At Senior Health Boost, we always say, it's not just about what you eat. It's about how your heart can handle it now, not how it used to years ago. The bigger question, what should you eat? After walking through this list of surprising vegetable hazards, many of you are probably thinking, okay, if all these healthy foods can cause trouble, what can I eat to protect my heart? The answer is refreshingly simple: real, whole, warm, heart-loving food. Think of a plate with steamed broccoli, roasted carrots, sautéed kale, or a scoop of creamy sweet potato mash. These aren't trendy or exotic. They're time-tested, comforting, and kind to the aging body. Add cooked tomatoes, lentils, or green beans, and you've built a powerful meal, one that loves your heart back. These foods fight inflammation gently, keep blood pressure steady, support smooth blood flow through relaxed arteries. Work with your medications, not against them, unlike pickles. Soaked in salt or raw garlic taken by the clove, these foods don't shock your system. They calm it. They support it. They show up for your heart the way your heart has shown up for you every single day for over 60 years. And no, this kind of healthy eating isn't bland or boring. Not when you season it right with turmeric, fresh lemon, thyme, or a touch of cooked garlic. The flavor doesn't have to come with fire or strain. It can come with warmth and love. A final word from your heart. Your heart has been working for you since the day you were born, non-stop, unconditionally. Over 2.5 billion beats by the time you turn 70, and it's never once asked for a break. But now, it's asking for your attention, not out of panic but out of wisdom. Because the truth is, you're not too late. No matter your age, your condition, or how long you've been eating a certain way, you can still make a change. I've seen patients in their late 70s go from struggling up the stairs to enjoying morning walks again. Not because they joined a boot camp, not because they cut out every indulgence, but because they started paying attention to their plate, to their body, and to their heart. Every single small choice you make, adding instead of subtracting, listening instead of guessing, can reverse years of silent strain. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. And you need to believe that your body still remembers how to feel strong. You only need to give it a reason to return to that memory. Let this be the start. So today, go back to your kitchen. Open the fridge. Look at what's there not with fear, but with curiosity. Ask yourself, is this food fueling my recovery or fighting it? Does this ingredient support my meds or silently undo them? Am I eating for tradition or for what my heart needs now? Then choose one small change to begin with. Steam the greens instead of eating them raw. Add a baked sweet potato to dinner. Swap that salty side for something gentle and healing. That's it. That's the beginning. And from there, the journey builds, day by day, heartbeat by heartbeat. Before you go, if today's video gave you even one aha moment, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me. What's one food you're going to look at differently now? If you found value in this, please hit the like button. It helps more people discover Senior Health Boost, and it tells me you want more helpful, practical videos like this one. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a heart health truth that could change your life or the life of someone you love. Finally, share this with a friend, your spouse, or a family member, because you never know. Sometimes a single video is the spark that begins a whole new chapter. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring. And remember, your heart is still beating strong. Your best days are not behind you. And at Senior Health Boost, we'll be right here every step of the way. Until next time, stay kind to your body and keep listening to your heart.